Hello, good morning, and welcome to the return of Ben Shatliff on Sunday after a very quick summer recess of a break. I'll be with you live every Sunday from now and every Sunday throughout the year. Some Sundays there may be a small little break, but more often than not, we will stay live. On our new look, Ben Shatliff on Sunday, which also launches the second season, because of course it's a full year now since we started doing this. So first of all, thank you to everybody who tunes in, whether it's live or any time at all. It's all much appreciated. And I also value any comments that people make about certain things which are on the programme. This Sunday, we'll be looking at all the news events which have happened over the last 7 days, looking at the latest news today. We'll look at today's Gospel reading for the 23rd Sunday of Ordinary Time, which is Year C. And I'll be telling you about some of the things that I enjoy doing during my spare time. And of course, it's coming up to 1 year since the James Bond film No Time to Die. And I think now we can speak spoiler free because we don't need to worry about it. But before that, though, let's just round up some of the things which have happened over the last 7 days. Earlier this week, it was announced that the former Russian president, Mikhail Gorbachev, had died, and his funeral took place in Moscow yesterday. The cost of living crisis continues to generate concern across the United Kingdom, and tomorrow we will know who will replace Boris Johnson as leader of the Conservative Party. They will then be unveiled as Prime Minister on Tuesday. Also this week, Cressida Dick, the former Metropolitan Police Chief, said that she believed she was bullied out of the role. And also it's been said by Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, she has written a letter to the new Police Commissioner to say that they need to correct the errors of the past and look ahead to make the police force more reputable. And of course, there's been the failed mission to the moon with the space shuttle, which on Monday and again on yesterday, both times due to leakage, it will now be going off either later on next this month or early in October. And plus, of course, every day we hear, or we should be hearing, about what is happening in Ukraine. I attended the 28th rally here in Manchester yesterday, and I was quite overwhelmed when you heard of some of the statistics which have been said about Mariupol, a city where its population was around 400 plus thousand, and it's been said there's around 70,000 plus have been murdered during the last 6 months as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. That is an estimate. It could be much, much more. That means then that 1 in 5 of the population of Mariupol are no longer with us. Let's look at the news stories today. Liz Truss said that she will act immediately on energy crisis if she is appointed Prime Minister tomorrow. There are talks of an emergency budget which may take place as early as Thursday. There are also rumblings and rumours that if Liz Truss does become Prime Minister, then Suella Braverman may become the new Home Secretary, and Kwasi Kwarteng may be the new Chancellor of the Exchequer. Of course, these are all rumours. We'll wait and see exactly what does happen. And President Zelensky has hailed the Ukrainian Air Force defenders of the sky. And he's also put a letter out in the newspapers today in Britain, praising the hard work and good work that his friend and current Prime Minister Boris Johnson has done to help Ukraine over the last 6 months. And of course, this week also marked 25 years since the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, who died aged 36 back on Sunday, August 31st, 1997. the moment, there are talks about the Queen not being happy about the continuing fallout between William and Harry. Before I go on to some other things in just a few moments, I will read the Gospel reading, which I will be listening to in Mass in just over 20 minutes' time, because I watch Mass online from St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in Chelsea. I'm looking forward to being able to sing away, and I've got a hymn book already there as well as my missal. Today's Gospel reading is a reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Great crowds accompanied Jesus on his way, and he turned and spoke to them. If any man comes to me without hating his father, mother, wife, children, brothers, sisters, yes, and his own life too, he cannot be my disciple. Anyone who does not carry his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. And indeed, which of you here, intending to build a tower, would not first sit down and work out the cost to see if he had enough to complete it? Otherwise, if he laid the foundation and then found himself unable to finish the work, the onlookers would all start making fun of him and saying, "Here is a man who started to build and was unable to finish." Or again, what king marching to war against another king would not first sit down and consider whether, with 10,000 men, he could stand up to the other who advanced against him with 20,000? If not, then while the other king was still a long way off, he would send envoys to sue for peace. So in the same way, none of you can be my disciple unless he gives up all his possessions. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflect more on the Gospels and also with the scriptures that we do use over coming Sundays. Now, on Friday, September the 30th, and we're only on September 4th today, it marks 1 year since a very exciting moment that quite a few of us were all looking forward to, after many delays, not just due to COVID, due to directorial disputes and various different things, with the Bond film No Time to Die. I've made it no secret I'm a fan of the actress Leia Seydoux, who plays Dr. Madeline Swan. I was very much looking forward to watching that film, and I've seen it 5 or 6 times already, and we'll still watch it again. And I must admit, the last time I watched it, I get a bit emotional myself. We all know how the film ended now, and as I say, we can be spoiled. We don't need to worry about spoilers now, not a year on, because unless due to any kind of a scenario someone's not seen the film, they've had almost plenty of time to watch it. My concern during the film was they're going to kill off Dr. Madeline Swan, but thankfully that did not happen. But instead, the main man himself, James Bond, was killed. It was a really good film. I think the theme song, which was sung by Ellie Eilish, was very good as well. I also liked the other Bond film, Spectre, which was the soundtrack there with Sam Smith, which I also thought was very good. But I think this toppled it. I think the music and just everything was just a really good film. Now, I enjoy Bond films, which a lot of people are aware of. I've recently enjoyed watching some of these again on ITV and on Saturday evenings. I expect the Daniel Craig one to be shown again even before Christmas, and whether it's too soon for the premiere of this or not, I don't know, so we'll have to wait and see. But they are all very good Bond films, and you think to yourself, is this a good way for the series to come to an end? But then you think no, because there are so many good films. Could the code name of 007 and the name James Bond himself then be made in tribute of the fallen hero? Time will say. Considering it's now almost exactly 12 months since that film was released, we haven't heard anything as yet about who is going to replace James Bond, or exactly say earlier this, it didn't say when the film was released last year, if it would be early this year when it would start to make some possible ideas. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, as I say, it wasn't. I mean, Daniel Craig, fantastic actor. Leah Seydoux was the main female anchor as well, and it was and Lashana Lynch who played Noni was absolutely fantastic. And I did think to myself halfway through the film, and that's before we even knew that Bond was actually going to be killed off. I did think to myself, what's the film actually going to end with the gun barrel and showing Lashana Lynch as Noni? And different people were saying, oh no, there shouldn't be a female James Bond. After I watched this film, I did think to myself, could Noni be the next 007? After all, she partly was during this film. And a friend of mine said to me, he said, there can't be another 007. So, well, have you seen the film yet? So he said, no. I said, well, go and see the film and then see what you say. I'm a bit more open, having seen this film now, to the idea. I know that people say that should Bond be a man and everything else, and I do also agree with the fact that at various different times throughout the franchise's history, in the 1960s, and even in the there's been various different characters. There have been various different female agents who worked for MI6 who've appeared in these Bond films. So what I'm saying is yes, okay, you can give it as a man, but the idea of giving it to Lashana Lynch is also a possible idea. Another idea which has also gone through the mills as well is that maybe, bearing in mind, okay, it's set in present day, it could go a few years down the line, could Matilda, Bond's daughter, be the next 007? Then it all goes again from there. So there's definitely lots and lots of avenues for this, but one thing does need to be said. Don't keep delaying these Bond films. Back in the 1960s, these films were out either once every year or once every 2 years. Daniel Craig has been the longest serving 007, but he's not actually done as many films as Sean Connery, although effectively Sean Connery did 6, and of course Roger Moore did 7, because Never Say Never Again, which was also a Bond film in one sense, was not an official Bond canon. So that is a little bit of an interesting conversation. So yes, I do enjoy the Bond films. I also enjoyed the Star Wars films. I recently enjoyed watching the Kenobi series, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. I've not properly seen The Mandalorian. I've started watching bits of it. I've not found it as interesting, but somebody said it gets better and you can get hooked to it. And I know there is more to come on. So in one sense, I do kind of feel a bit redundant at the moment with certain films that I do enjoy going to see, because they've all come to an end as it stands at the moment. But hopefully, something like that will indeed be sorted out. A while ago, I mentioned about books that I was going to be reading, and I did read Shroud for a Nightingale again this summer for the first time. Well, I last read it in 2005. This was the first television adaptation of a P.D. James novel that got me hooked into it, and that was back in 1983, believe it or not. So yeah, 1983, enjoying these P.D. James novels. Sorry, I do apologise. In 1984, my memory was just jading me there then just for a second. That is a fantastic book. The TV series, the original TV series with Roy Marsden, was the best one in my own personal view. I did watch the new version last year, but the Roy Marsden one was the best. I've read this book twice, and people say, oh, you can't read a book more than once, so this kind of thing. Yes, you can be. The intrigue is there. Even though you know what's coming, putting everything together, it's very, very good indeed. My late wonderful Auntie Teresa and I enjoyed watching these mysteries. And she said, was I at their house in Lincolnshire? And I saw the first one. I wasn't, but we first talked about them, and we talked about the new ones. And I said, the new ones are good. I said, but they're not as good as the original ones. Also, another book which I keep kind of like having a look at, but I've not actually properly started reading it yet, is is one set during the Civil War, written by an author called Philip Gregory. That's something that I read during the autumn nights, because there's one thing that autumn is my favourite time of the year. I enjoy it. Some of the autumn colours, and even though nobody likes the dark nights, it's that nice cozy feeling of various different things with those dark nights. It's nice to watch a nice drama or just put your head into a book, and you start thinking about history as well at this time of the year. I don't know if it's anything to do, probably because of it's with bonfire night as well being on November the 5th, and of course Halloween. You start thinking about various different things. So this is a good time of year to take your mind off a whole variety of various different things. Do some reading, watch a film, just do whatever. There's a whole variety of different things. And whatever religion you are, even if you don't want to go to the church or to the synagogue or to the mosque or wherever, you can watch some of these things online still, even though all restrictions are now lifted, thankfully, and we can all enjoy ourselves on long May Day stay lifted, so we can all have that freedom of enjoying ourselves. But it's just nice just to be able to have that freedom to do exactly what you want. That's the freedom that we have here in the United Kingdom. And, once again, I'm going to go back to Ukraine and say that we have the freedom here. It'd be nice if Ukraine and any other country in this world where there's hostilities can have the freedom that they deserve. Right, a final point. So that's a little bit something different there, saying a bit more about some of the things I enjoy doing. Over the course of the next few weeks and months here on Ben Shatliff on Sunday, I will be having special guests on the programme. Steve Wright will be joining us again very, very soon. But I also want to do some other practical things as well. Fully aware of the issues regarding the cost of living. One thing that I do is light candles. There's one here. Now, okay, I've got them lit now because, of course, I normally have them on when I'm doing this, but also when they join the mass, which I'll be tuning into soon. But in the evening, they will just save on the electricity in terms of the light, but it can also save on the heat. This radiator here, which is behind me, I don't use it. It goes on, but I switch it off. And the reason for that is because this room gets very, very warm as it is. But just think of the generation of the heat that comes from the candles and things like that. So I want to try and share some traditional, old kind of values or whatever, or old things that people may have done years ago that could help people during this cost of living crisis. There's also events which are going to be going on over the coming weeks in Prestwich, which is not far from where I am. There is the Prestwich Arts Festival coming on in a couple of weeks, so I'll go along there and share some of the things going on there. As I say, people are welcome to come on. We can discuss what's going on in the week, discuss about them, various different stuff. I don't mind bringing the laptop to you as long as it's somewhere that's fairly easy to get to because I do not drive. But whatever happens over the coming weeks, obviously there's going to be big events going on in the UK with a new Prime Minister announced. And everybody will get through everything together, and I'll try and share some positive sides to what's going on as well to try and make people feel a little bit easier during these very, very tough times. So that is it from me for now. I will be back with some special programmes though over the coming days as we say goodbye to Boris and most likely welcome Liz Truss, unless anything very, very dramatic happens and things are not, and things that we think we know we don't know. That will be announced tomorrow, and then we will see the new Prime Minister officially in place on Tuesday. My advice for whoever it is, whatever party or whatever, I've got a short sleeve shirt on today. You need to roll up your sleeves and get cracking. People need their help. You need to continue showing the support for Ukraine. You need to get the sleeves rolled up, and we need to have decisive action in this country. Things need to be done. For me, good morning.